With XRP, you'll see loads and loads of crypto bros calling for insane price targets. Our $500 per token is inevitable. XRP will hit $1,000 when the banks flip the switch. Honestly, I get it. I'm very bullish on XRP, but while those numbers sound amazing, I'm personally thinking far more conservatively for this cycle, like maybe $10 to $15 per token. However, over the next 5 years, there is a strong possibility that XRP could go as high as $100 or even more. And in this video, I'll tell you why. And we'll finish with the simple plan to retire on XRP. Chapter 1, the hype versus reality. I love XRP and I'm very bullish. In 2025 and over the next few years, it's one of my biggest positions, but here's the reality. At $1,000 per XRP, the market cap could be over $100 trillion. That's more than the entire world's GDP. Get your head around that just for a second. And yes, I know you'll hear arguments like market cap doesn't matter or utility will make it possible, but after 24 years of investing, here's my humble opinion. Market cap does matter, and planning your entire future on extreme numbers is dangerous because these numbers sound amazing and they get clicks. They also give people a false sense of hope. Instead of planning realistically, they start daydreaming. Instead of taking profits, they wait for magic numbers that may never come. I did this back in 2017 and 2018. I spent hours daydreaming about prices, about what I'd do with the profit, but with no exit plan. And you know what happened? I lost most of my money that I invested. In 2021, a friend of mine put £11,000 into a meme coin. After just 6 weeks, his coins went up to £680,000. And then he watched it go back down to almost nothing because of greed and stupidity. Don't let that be you in this cycle. Chapter 2, redefining retirement. Now with investing, especially crypto investing, fully understanding your goals will protect you from emotions like FOMO and greed. Before thinking about numbers, ask yourself, what does retirement actually mean to me? Is it going on 2 to 3 holidays a year with the family and enjoying experiences? Or is it more about knowing your bills are paid, you're debt free, and you spend your time doing what you actually love without worrying about money ever again? From my 24 years experience as an investor and after speaking to hundreds of investors in my school community, most people think that they want the big house or the latest SUV. But when you start asking questions and they really think about the goals, what they really want is freedom. The freedom to wake up naturally without an alarm clock. The freedom to spend time with the family. The freedom to travel without checking their bank balance. The freedom to never stress about bills, mortgage payments, or debt again. For most people, that level of freedom costs around $3,000 to maybe $5,000 per month. You don't necessarily need $10,000 that many people seem to push for. It's not about chasing infinite money. It's about creating a life on your terms, a life by design. Comment below, what does retirement mean to you personally? How would that freedom feel in your life? Because until you define what retirement actually looks like, you'll keep chasing someone else's dream instead of your own. Chapter 3, the XRP numbers. How little you really need. Right, let's break down the real numbers behind retiring on XRP. Imagine XRP, it's $10 per token, something I see is very possible this cycle if Ripple wins big, CBDC adoption grows, and market sentiment shifts. To have $1 million at $10 per XRP, you'd need 100,000 XRP tokens. If XRP, it's $100 per token, which could happen over the next 5 years with institutional adoption, banking integrations, and genuine utility unlocking, you only need 10,000 XRP tokens for $1 million. Now think about this. If XRP ever hits $1,000 per token, if the crypto bros are somehow right, you'd only need 1,000 XRP tokens to be a millionaire. Personally, I think the XRP army needs to manage their expectations. I can't even comprehend one XRP token reaching $1,000 in value. Now, many diehard XRP fans will say that market cap doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. But for me, it does. But this is just my opinion. And as always, this video doesn't contain any financial advice. The full disclaimer can be found below in the description. Chapter 4, the power of taking profits. This is probably the most important part of this little video. To win in crypto, you simply have to take profits. Ignore social media, ignore mainstream media. Think about your exit strategy based on your own personal goals and your tolerance to risk. Give it serious thought and stick to the plan. One of the biggest mistakes in crypto is holding forever and never taking profits. Here's the hard truth. Your life is finite. I've seen loads of investors waiting for $100,000 Bitcoin in 2021 before taking profits. They never did. Bitcoin never got up to there and they were left holding the cryptos. And many altcoins went down 90% in the last bear market. Whatever coins you have, it might be XRP, it might be Solana, or even Bitcoin, or a mix of cryptos. You have to take profits so you can enjoy life, so you can take the family on holiday, or whatever it is you want to do. Imagine XRP, it's $10. You could pay off debt, remove financial stress, and continue holding your remaining tokens. Imagine XRP, it's $50, $100. You could retire completely, invest for yield, and wake up every day doing whatever you want. Why wait for $1,000 per token when your dreams are achievable sooner? Taking profits doesn't make you anti-XRP, it makes you smart. You can believe in the future while also valuing your finite time. For what it's worth, here's my XRP exit strategy. I'm going to take 25% out in Q3, 25% out in Q4, and the rest I'm holding long term. It might not be perfect, but it is a plan, and that's the most important thing in crypto. Chapter 5, invest your gains for yield. Once you take profits, you invest them wisely for passive income for life. No need to re-enter risky trades to fund living costs. Here are some yield strategies to give you an idea. Staking on reputable crypto platforms if security and market conditions allow. This, by the way, is something I wouldn't do. It's just an option to consider. A friend of mine put $4 million of ETH into Celsius to earn interest. Celsius went bust and he lost it all. Thankfully, as part of the bankruptcy proceedings, he got about a third back. But hopefully, you get the point. Anyway, back to some more examples. Dividend paying stocks or ETFs for consistent monthly or quarterly cash flow. Government or corporate bonds for conservative yield. Income generating property investments. This for me is what I'll be doing with my crypto profits. The goal is to ensure your money works for you forever. Imagine having £2 million in an index fund or ETF and you go with the 4% withdrawal rule. That would be £80,000 of passive income. Now, I'm not saying £2 million is easy to achieve. I'm just saying imagine 80,000 per year in passive income. If you want more info on the 4% rule and how it can help you in retirement, see below for a recent video. Chapter 6, why XRP could hit $100, the realistic thesis. Here's why $100 XRP isn't fantasy. Banks are already using RippleNet for settlements, with XRP bridging liquidity gaps between currencies in seconds rather than days. On-demand liquidity. Demand will grow across cross-border payments to expand to trillions annually. No need for nostro-vostro accounts, meaning banks can free up billions in locked capital. Incentivizing adoption. Potential CBDC integration. Ripple is already working with multiple central banks. XRP could become a neutral bridge asset connecting CBDCs globally. Fixed supply of 100 billion XRP means as demand scales, so does the price. Utility plus scarcity equals exponential growth. Here's where I hand you over to the expert, because I'm 100% not an expert. I believe in it, I've got exposure to it, but I don't understand it enough to fully explain it, to do it justice. So if you look at Black Swan Capital on YouTube, they're the expert and will help you to really understand XRP, and they will also help you to understand what's going on at a macro level, basically the global economy. I'm a strong believer in education. You become financially literate, you eventually become financially free, and Black Swan Capital will help you with your financial education. Chapter 7, your XRP retirement plan. Here's your simple, no BS retirement plan for XRP. Step 1, define your real freedom number. Don't just say, I want to be a millionaire. Ask yourself, how much per month do I need to live a life on my terms? Step 2, calculate how many XRP tokens you need to reach that number. based on realistic price targets like $10, $50 or $100. Step 3, take profits along the way. Don't hold forever waiting for astronomical moonshot price targets. Step 4, invest your gains into yield generating assets so your money works for you forever. Just to be clear, you decide how much you need each month, you sell your XRP and you put that money into another asset that's going to earn money, like property, for example. And if you play it right over the next 5 years, that could potentially be you retired. Imagine that kind of financial freedom. Summary. So let me ask you this all important question. How much XRP do you really need to retire? Maybe it's not about hitting a magic number like $1,000 per token or even 10,000 per token. Maybe it's about using XRP and crypto in general to get a little closer to freedom each cycle. If you have a clear goal, a calculated plan, and the discipline to follow through, then you're already ahead of 99% of investors who are still chasing crazy prices without a plan. Remember, your life is finite. Live it wisely. And if this video helped you, think about XRP, think about your cash out strategy, hit the like button, subscribe, all the good stuff. And if you know someone who's interested in crypto, someone who's into XRP, send them this video. It's important. Please manage your expectations and please take profit in 2025.